All these people talk so eloquently about getting back to good old-fashioned values. Well, as an old poop, I can remember back to when we had those old-fashioned values, and I say, let's get back to the good old-fashioned First Amendment of the good old-fashioned Constitution of the United States, and to hell with the censors. Give me knowledge or give me death. Kurt Vonnegut. Good evening, everybody. This one is a special one because I had an idea because of the censorship that YouTube is doing, especially to those who are going towards conspiracies, conspiracy theories, flat earth, etc. Well, you know what? We don't really have a tool to help share the data of all the censorship, all the people that have been talking about different things. Sometimes they may not even be talking about those things, and they get shut down, and you don't know exactly what their last video was because you can't go back to it. It's censored, it's gone, it's stricken from the record. Well, I've got something here that I'm going to do, and you'll have to bear with me. So I've started a GoFundMe campaign. I'm not doing anything until the campaign is met. So it's $10,000. That's it. $10,000. I will start it. I will finish it for YouTube. YouTube platform. Nothing more, nothing less. So I've donated a lot. I've even donated a lot as far as different types of activism, which is pretty dumb in my part, but who cares? It's stuff that I think that was needed to be done. I was wrong. Now I don't do anything, but I will say that $10,000, this is what it's gonna get you. So for YouTube, now when you get censored, you get something like this. This is Eric Dubé's channel. This account has been terminated for violating YouTube's community guidelines. You'll get something like that. Now, there's various ways of finding when a channel is going to get this. There's very, very many ways. I think the simplest way is just using YouTube's API. Now, YouTube has, if you go to developers.google.com, YouTube, you get YouTube data. And this is very simple because let's say you're just using simple JavaScript, right? Now, using list by channel ID, you can find a person's channel. Now, I'm going to find Eric Dubé's channel, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the ID field. And you're going to get nothing because, of course, it's censored. It's been terminated because it violated YouTube's community guidelines. Now, what we need is, now we can't do anything now because they've already censored it. They've already terminated the channel. You don't get to see how many videos that they've ever made. You don't get to see how many subscribers that they ever had. All of that is just hidden. All that data is gone, stripped from the record, right? Now, what no one is doing, no one is gathering all the data that currently exists within YouTube with the content creator and their subscriber amounts, their videos, how much views that they get. None of that is getting into a database. So what my idea is just to track platforms, and when all you do is you keep updating it daily, as frequently as you can, and it will just compile as much data as possible from the data. YouTube's API will be able to gather a lot of the information that we need or we want, just to monitor and see if YouTube is starting to censor any content creators. And basically, it's pretty simple. Here's a basic, very simple database. It's table database called Censorship. It's got 3 tables called YouTube channel activity, YouTube channel stats. Now, all I did was just add two channels. It's my channel, my channel with my channel ID, and then Flat Earth Eric is a channel name for Eric Dubé's current channel. There's the channel stats where you can get channel views, channel subscribers, subscriber counts. So for example, I have 1,008, he has 11,315. Channel video count, So he has 160 videos, but of course he probably had more videos on another channel. I've got 692 videos. Channel view count, he's got 626,346. I have 308,101. Now, channel activity, we can actually get a lot more than just the last one. I was thinking we can either do, the default is 25 for the API if you just want the snippet, a code snippet. But of course you can get all the videos if you wanted to, all the videos that you've ever created. I think they may have timestamps on them too, so you can see exactly what the last video was before they were terminated, what maybe the last couple of videos that they had before they're terminated. Another thing is having a search function within it, so you can search the database and you can see, look at keywords and say, hey, of all the channels that have been terminated by YouTube, look for this word or keyword. Or maybe we can just go ahead and do a kind of a mismatch and say, okay, what are the most commonly used words in the video titles that of all the last videos that YouTube sent, terminated for the YouTube accounts. So things like that can be easily implemented. So for example, the last video I made before this one is on topic another Mandela effect, the Doomsday Clock, and Deer Spinning Earth Believer from Eric DeBay. And you can easily go ahead and go and see that by going to the activities list within the YouTube API. And this one is mine. So I'm just going to execute it and we get a response back. And its max results is 1, so it's just doing 1 by last. So, oh wait, things have been updated. Look, Eddie Bravo questions everything. So if I go to Eric DeBay's channel and refresh, Eddie Bravo questions everything right here. So so the database that I have, I didn't really update it, obviously. Now, let's see. Now I'm doing a live stream. I don't know whether that counts as being a latest video. So let me do me right here. And so I get a response back. Yep, it's still the on topic Mandela effect. So the purpose of the censorship tracker is just to ensure that it just keeps running. So whether it's a I just run an API for everybody, or I just run some job, some automation script, and either I use the API or I use something else outside of it in case maybe YouTube says, hey, we don't want you using the API, and they're gonna prevent me from using it. The odd thing is why would they? But of course they could if they wanted to, if they tried to. They don't have to give a reason why to say, hey, we want you to stop using all of this. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple. Almost anybody who knows technology can build this. So I thought of it. I have ideas for it. If people have other ideas that they want to implement within this, that could easily be done. When I do this, when I work on this, all of this will be done online live. So I won't, some of the more critical aspects where I could be compromised via security measures, I'm not going to show some of that stuff, especially like table names and things like that. No, I'm not going to show you any of that once I start creating this. But the concept is very simple. So if any time, for example, here's just a simple query. Let's look at the bottom one. Can you guys see that? Oh man, can I zoom in? I don't think I could zoom in. All right, let's oh, wow, I didn't think this through. Let me do Word. Maybe I'll just go ahead and copy that. All right, so here, that's enough to see. Here's the ID. Here's the username, and you can get the username. A lot of people don't know what the username is, but you can easily get the username is when you look at the channels list. And for example, this is mine, which is really easy. The channel name. Oh no, this is Eric DeBay. Blah. Why am I getting things messed up? Custom URL, Flat Earth Eric. That's the username. they call it custom URL, but I call it username, whatever, because most people put in their username. This is the view count. This is the subscriber count. This is the video count. This is the last video that they had. Now, what the tracker would do, it's a website, or I'll create an Android app. That would be it. So people who have a phone, people who have access to the internet, they can go ahead and check and see. It'll have daily updates. Is however fast I can run it. So if it takes 2 hours to run it, I'll run it every 2 hours. If it takes 12 hours to run it, every 12 hours. You know, as more YouTube, like for example, if I'm just doing the YouTube tracker, more people who are wanting to see if to add themselves or add someone else to the database, the more that there's their videos there with content creators, the longer I'm sure that the updates will take. I'll have to think of ways to make it faster, but you know, that's just part of the job description, I guess. The other thing is, so when you, we'll have a simple thing, for example, on the app. It's like, okay, currently there's 100,000 YouTube channels that are being monitored for termination or censorship. Today, within the last 24 hours, this many got censored. So you could say maybe there's like 12 that got censored, terminated. And you could go and search and see who those people were, what those channels were, what their last videos were, what their subscriber counts were, etc. And that data is there. It's never going to go away. And all the data within the database is going to be available to the public to download at any time. So at any time, you can grab all the information from the database, everything that's there. It's not private. It's all public information anyway. So you can grab it, and that way you have a case against them in case, like, maybe they want to sue YouTube or Google or whatever, or they want to prove that, look, they've had 5, 6, 7 different channels. They've made subscriber counts to maybe 100,000 or whatever, or they had videos, especially with the video title and video description. You can add a video description pretty easily, and saying, look, I was talking nothing about this, whatever. You know, you guys hit me on a video from like another channel. I didn't do anything of that sort on this channel. You guys shouldn't have been able to terminate me, type of thing, whatever. So within whatever arena that you're gonna fight the censorship, if you want to fight it, there you got your tools, you got data, the data that's not collected by the powers that want to censor you, but by people who, everybody. It should be free. All this data should be free. It's like, I want to see who got censored. They won't tell you that. We have to do it. We have to gather it for ourselves. For any type of platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, any platform, and it's gonna get worse. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's gonna get worse. Anyways, that's my starting offer, $10,000. Either I get there or I don't.